What is going on, you guys? This is Ryan back with the Madden 16 video, and today we're going to be playing some draft champions and take a look at who popped up in round 1 of our draft champions draft. It is the absolute best player, in my opinion, in this draft, in draft champions. Here we go, generating the base team, and we see flashback Chris Johnson. Yes, let's go. That's what we've been looking for, but trying to get a gameplay video of this guy. If you guys want to see how he plays, maybe you're thinking about doing some flashback pack openings on Mutt and you want to see how he plays, take a look at those stats, guys. 96 speed, 97 acceleration, 93 carrying, 88 ball carry vision, 95 elusiveness. That's going on the team immediately. Now we just got to build around him. We don't really need to have anything too crazy on offense, as I'm going to be working the entire offense through Chris Johnson. Just trying to get some gameplay highlights, show off his speed, showcase his receiving abilities and stuff like that. So we end up taking Dwight Freeney. Going to try to build a little bit of a defense here so we can just keep getting the ball back. Calvin Pryor's our next pick. Then we're looking around here. We see Ryan Tannehill, and, you know, I don't really want to mess up and have to use Mark Sanchez. And Ryan Tannehill is actually a good quarterback, so let's go ahead and grab him. Pretty decent throw power, throw accuracy, and he'll be able to hit Chris Johnson in stride, get some nice plays with that. We ended up getting here John Greco. Moving on to round 6. Again, just trying to build some defense. We ended up picking up Ladarius Webb, and that's a pretty good pickup right there. Hopefully shut down some, you know, receiver routes, stuff like that. And then we see Jason Witten, Josh Sitton. Obviously, we need to go with the big guy. Get some blocking for Chris Johnson on the left side, which is my favorite place to run. So we end up picking him up. And then we end up picking up Dontari Poe for the interior. Another great pick, as Dontari Poe is a human wrecking ball in the middle. We look at some receivers here, and we're going to go ahead and take Victor Cruz. Why not? Just in case we need to get some clutch first downs if we're not able to get anything with Chris Johnson. Definitely want to make sure that we win some games so I can get a bunch of highlights. So getting Victor Cruz would be nice. Stephen Paye, 99 strength. Definitely going to be grabbing him against all those silver linemen that we're going to be going up against. Very good player there. And then take a look at this, guys. We got Steve Atwater and Dominican Sue and Brian Arakpo. I was going to take Arakpo just to, you know, review some more flashback cards, but again, I'm trying to keep the ball, and I'm trying to, you know, get some more plays of Chris Johnson and go back on offense. So the best person here to go and, you know, draft would probably be Steve Atwater, get some big time hits. But Arakpo is actually a nice player, and I would definitely recommend picking him up, you know, if you don't have a guy like Steve Atwater also with him to draft. Right here we end up seeing another cornerback, and at this point, round 12, we got to take him. Even though Andrew Whitworth might be, you know, a better pick to block for Chris Johnson, I don't even think we really need too many offensive linemen. Josh Sitton might actually be the only one we really need. Right here we see TJ Ward, Levante David, Gerard Mayo. Gonna go with my boy Levante David. Move him over to the other side. Very good player right there. Round 14 of 15, we see another flashback pop up. But we also see Darrelle Revis. And again, my theory, play some defense, get the ball back, give the ball to Chris Johnson. We're going with Revis, shutting down all those face catches. And then our legend round, we got Derek Brooks, Randall Cunningham, and Walter Jones. And we're going to go ahead and grab my dad's favorite player of all time, Derek Brooks. Sure up that linebacking core. Now let's get into some of this gameplay. Let's show off Chris Johnson, show you how good this guy actually is. So right here, down 3, 2nd and 13. We're going to do a little bit of an inside zone off to the left side, and he's off to the races, making a guy miss on the stutter step, going all the way for a touchdown. No chance for the defense. And if I had to give like a comparison on who he plays like that some of you guys may have played with already, you know, Jamal Charles is a good option. You know, Dree Archer is definitely like right there with Chris Johnson in terms of speed. But the thing about that is, like with Dree Archer, you're kind of scared sometimes to run in between like the tackles or, you know, run up the middle because you're always worried that, you know, he might fumble. With Chris Johnson, you don't have to worry. Like right here, we end up taking a hit, break off the tackle, and we're going to run down the sideline. Unfortunately, this guy has a good pursuit angle, and he's going to end up catching Chris Johnson. But, you know, just being able to take a hit and not really having to worry about fumbling with the 93 carrying is really, really nice. So basically what I'm trying to say is if Chris Johnson is in your draft champions draft, I don't care if Sherman's there or Watt or anybody else for that matter, just go ahead and grab him. You're going to have a lot of fun with him. Now let's go ahead and win this game. We get an interception right there with Steve Atwater. Not able to capitalize on it though because, like I said, I'm just going for Chris Johnson plays, seeing if I can win using only him. But we get a user pick with Calvin Pryor in the 3rd quarter. Now it's time to go ahead and move Chris Johnson out to wide receiver. Let's see if we can get a big play right here. Only safety is going to be covering deep. Can we get the connection? End up passing it up, lobbing it up. Aggressive catch with Chris Johnson, and that is going to make him rage quit right there. And we're going to go ahead and move on to more highlights of the second game. And then, of course, if you guys want to see gameplays of the 3 and 4 in the draft champions if we can make it that far. I'll definitely have that for you guys if you want it. So gameplay number 2 here. We're down 10-0. Like I said, I'm going for Chris Johnson plays. This guy was keying on me like crazy, trying to stop the tosses and stuff like that. So we had to improvise a little bit, putting Chris Johnson at receiver, and he's just going to burn everybody. There's no chance. It was like playing on rookie. Chris Johnson just burns everybody, burns the safety, burns the linebackers, gets a touchdown. A little bit later on in this game, we have ourselves down third quarter, 55 seconds left, and Chris Johnson again is going to make the defense look silly, burning Curtis Lofton right there for a touchdown. That may have even been the flashback Curtis Lofton. We get a big-time hit stick right there, picked up by Levante David. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and we're going to go ahead and put Chris Johnson back at receiver because this guy cannot cover him to save his life, and bang, end up getting a nice completion there, but unfortunately, we end up only going for a field goal there. I was trying to get Chris Johnson a rushing touchdown, but the guy was just all over it. But Derek Brooks with the user pick, and that's pretty much going to seal the game. However, I do want to try one more time. Let's see if this guy has it in him. Can he stop Chris Johnson one more time? I'm basically giving him a chance here. He should know exactly what's going to happen. Going to motion him out to the left side. He's going to go ahead and user it. Let's see if he can stop it. Chris Johnson at receiver yet again. The guy's usering it, and Chris Johnson is going to catch it near the 50 and take it all the way for a touchdown. That's game over. The video is over. Go ahead, give it a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. If you want to see more Chris Johnson gameplay, let me know in the comments below. Talk to you guys later. Peace.